Pushing forward through the smoke, into the chaos till we choke. Abandon it all, the truth will be revealed within our core. Into a bramble fen we go, between a thistle and a rose. Abandon your home, you reap what you sow. Unchaining your heart, rip open the sun. Forgive all we are, reignite the storm. Far beyond, now we've broken the seal. A new horizon shall be revealed. Born of ash and fear. Calibrating system control. As the storm rages on, my mind appears to calm. I'm cast to play the part. Let the chaos reach my heart. The visions are getting clear. The more that we go near. Remember your home, we reap what we sow. I ain't scared of the trolls, going deeper down the rabbit hole. Yeah, you started this, so reap what you sow. Looking for the truth and the questions that I have. What is the face that lies behind the mask? Tactical, practical, see me, the doctor, you don't really wanna meet me. Master plan, it goes so bad, but walking the wave, and the way where you go, we say. Bold, powerful, third man, the hourglass, look at the cover, the streets to the soft. Sift through the chaos, the we've on the mark, the rest of the youth that were lost. Is this what you want? Leave me in the sun. Forget all we are. A new chance to start. Far beyond what we thought was real. A new horizon will be revealed. Born of ash and fear.
And I didn't start my audio either. Anyway, let me get over to my model and get rid of that. There we go. And then we get kissing distance. Hello. So, we're doing some game dev things today. I want to see if I can get this done. I'm currently trying to figure out the everything. Actually, the everything is what I'm trying to figure out. So let me get to not recording to streaming, and let's get a new what is it? Display cap? No, it's window capture. A new window capture. Actually, wait. Am I? Hold on. Let me see this. Is this Krita? No, this is Enfield. Is this Krita? No, this is this is Krita. Okay, let's go. RPG Maker Ace. There we go. I want to make this bigger, but I can't for some reason. It's fascinating. I'm currently editing the main character. The main character is supposed to be a succubus. However, I seem to have not have figured out how to. I figured out how to edit the character, right? It's loud as hell too, which is interesting. Let me put myself to the side. There we go. I'm currently editing her thing. Placeholder girl face. Oh, there's actors. Okay. Let's go with the placeholder. And then we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna double click you. Placeholder girl. Hell yeah. Weapon. Hand axe, interaxe, what the fuck? What's it all axes? Hold on, let me see if I can change her. Paladin, Spellblade, Samurai. Spellblade might be good. Short sword, let's give her a short sword. There we go. Shield. Let's give her a round shield. Head. I don't want to give her anything. Casual clothes, leather top. Garb, accessory, okay. So she has a short sword and a round shield. And she looks like this. Her name is Suki. She wears green. There we go. Alright. So here's the player character. Now let me see. How do I quick event creation, door, treasure chest, in, door, transfer, starting position, no. Here's your player. New event. Can I make a person? That is the question. Type fixed. Yes, fixed. Same as characters. Trigger, action button, player touch, event touch, auto run, parallel process. Event page. Oh, oops. Well, how do I delete event checker? Switch is on. Okay. Switch is on. How do I know? Variable 1. Cell switch. A. Okay. Item. Potion. Oh, I know. Actor. Okay, I'm talking about acting. Greg Tech, hell yeah. So actor, let's go. There's a person named Natalie. I wonder who that is. Okay. Now, graphic. Actor 4. Animal. Actor. Behavior. Damage. Evil. Insane. Evil. Evil, but there's no Wayman. Okay. Monster. People. There you go. Here's people. Let's do you. There we go. Boom. Okay. That is a people. The people is people. Oh yeah, let me also put on some music. I think the music would be a good idea. Because this is gonna be a little while of me just fucking with the program, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Right here. I'm gonna try to make this look interesting, but it's just me giving a valid attempt to do this. Control switches, show text, show text, background, actor, people. Did I get her from people 1? I think I got her from people 1. This could be it, right here. There we go. Also, I can stop Greg Tech whenever I want, but yeah, it's nice to be here while building circuits. Sadly, my PC has not enough storage space for the new game, because Pirate Yakuza took my last, so probably going next month with a USB with more storage. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. More storage, more stuff to do. Okay. I'll say the story error or a new one. I'm just testing some stuff out to see if I can figure out how stuff works, if that makes any sense. I wonder if I can, like, show you the game. Save changes? Yes. Oh fuck, that's loud as hell. How do I make that less loud? Okay. Let me put it on 50% maybe? Theme 1. How do I make a bitch? How do I make a bitch not as loud? There we go. Okay. Son of a bitch! That's loud as fuck! Anyway. Interesting. She didn't pop up in the event. Okay. Put on 100%. Yeah. Graphic. Oh, she's still not there. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do insert, show text, show choices, event commands, transfer player, timing, wait, character, change during. Scene control, battle, system, advanced, movie, anyway. Show, picture and weather. Show picture, rotate picture, 10 pictures, everything else. Message, party, game progression, flow control, actor, change HP. Transfer player, set vehicle. Okay, let's see. Scene control, map. Show text, show choices, remember, copy, actor. Let's see. Let's see. She's still not there. I'm gonna have to. I actually might need to. I might need to do a thing. So. Priority, same as characters. Shell switch. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna see if I can find that one channel. So bear with me here. I need to find that YouTube channel. Oh, what's this? No. What the fuck? Anyway, RPG Maker tutorial. "13 years ago." Holy shit. Okay.
What's up, everybody? This is Venthros here, coming at you with...
Oh, I don't like this guy's voice. Sorry. That sounds mean.
The first of what will be many tutorials that will cover different aspects of RPG Maker VX Ace. Chances are, if you found this video, you were looking for some kind of resource on VX Ace, and this series of tutorials is designed to follow a crawl.
Where's the thing I'm looking for? I'm looking. Oh, here we go. I found it.
The first couple tutorials are going to be the basics, ins and outs of just kind of the more basic functions. And as I put up more and more tutorials, they're going to get more and more in depth. So hopefully, if you follow all my tutorials, you'll go from a relative newbie at VX Ace to being able to do advanced scripting. Being able to change just about any facet of the game that you're looking for. So let me get right into it. As you can see on the screen here, I have a new project open. I saved it as tutorial
All right, I
project.
finished the
If you
steam
wanna follow
turbine.
along.
I'm certified
Just start a new
autistic. Hell yeah.
project. This is a screen that you should see.
Oh, steam turbine.
You see
Yeah.
a dude here and a bunch of water. This dude here, just get used to some of the terminology if you're new to VX Ace or RPG Maker in general. If you're not so new, it's okay. I mean, stick around, but this is really designed. I am assuming that the viewer doesn't know a whole lot about any of this stuff. So I'm going to do my best to kind of go through everything as detailed as possible. But at the same time, I want to keep the videos at a viewable length. So this guy right here is known as an actor. We'll get more into actors in future videos. And right now he's stuck in some water. And we're going to fix that by the time this video is through. But this area here is the current map that you're working with. You go down here to this box here. You can see where it says Tutorial Project Map 001 is the current map that we're looking at. And this is the area where you can set the properties of each map, or you can add maps. Pretty much is a crucial feature that you'll be using. Obviously, your whole game cannot take place on one map. I mean, I guess it could, but above that, you have the current tile set. You draw objects on the world using tiles, and this set of tiles right here by default is for drawing a world map. If you've played any other RPGs, your world map is its own kind of entity when it comes to interacting with things. So and then up here is your toolbar, and I'll go over very quickly all the tools. We're not going to get in depth on too many of these right now. The first 7 the first 8 of these are pretty standard, and they're with just about any computer program that you might have. But you got new project here, open project, save project, pretty self-explanatory. Then you have your editing tools: cut, copy, paste, and delete. Again, pretty self-explanatory. And the 8th is undo. Like I said, all these are pretty standard for any computer program. And if you're using a Windows computer, all of these shortcuts are the same. And I'm sure if you're a Mac user, if we go over here to event editing mode, not going to get into that in too much detail today, but map or event editing mode. The shadow pen allows you to create shadows. It's pretty useful. We're not going to get into that until we start drawing our town. So I'll go back to pencil here, and then we'll go over the scales, the scaling. Right now, we're displaying the map in 1:1 scale.
All right.
You can display the map in half scale, quarter scale, or an eighth scale. And obviously, for a map this size, 1:1 scale is fine. It's only a 17 by 13 map, but the larger your map is, you might want to edit things in half or quarter or even eighth scale. Okay, so the next area is contains your database, and I'll just open it real quickly. But as you can see, it contains pretty much has sections for your items, has sections for your actors, classes. I mean, everything that is used for the game is editable in this very handy graphical user interface. It makes it very easy to, let's say you wanted to, right now troops is pretty much synonymous with mobs or groups of monsters. If I wanted to, we have a slime ×2 mob. If I wanted to add a hornet to that, I can add a hornet, and I can place them anywhere I want to on the battle screen. We'll get more into the database in a later tutorial. Same with the resource manager. The resource manager houses all of your graphics, your music, your different tile sets, anything graphic or music or animations or all that.
Okay.
You can is here in the resource manager, and we'll get more into that later. Same with the script editor. For those of you that are savvy with computer programming or computer science, might be happy to know that RPG Maker VX Ace is pretty much run by a computer language called Ruby, and these scripts here on the left are all the different Ruby scripts that actually run the game as you're playing it. And if you're savvy with Ruby, then obviously this stuff is going to make sense to you, and you can figure out how to edit these scripts to make the game more to your liking. And you can add entirely new scripts if you're savvy with that sort of thing. The sound test, it lets you test all of your music and sound effects. Hit play to play the sound, stop to stop the sound. You can adjust the... So, what we're going to do now is we are going to... I'm going to show you the map area here. I'm sure it has a real fancy name, but by default right now we're on map 001. You can see that it's highlighted because it's the current map. If you want, you can either hit the space bar or you can right click and click on map properties. And all this stuff over here and the parent, all this and all this we're not going to worry about right now. So up here, the general settings, that's what we're going to look at for now. Map 001, you can leave it that if you want. I'm going to go ahead and change it to field. I'm going to leave the display name blank, but if you are making a town, or if you want the player to know the name of whatever place they're going into as they enter, you can type a name in the display name. We're going to leave that blank for now. The tile set by default is field, and that's the one we want, but you can, when you make your towns and stuff, you can make exterior, you would use the exterior tile set, or like a mountain range or something like that. Interior would be any kind of buildings, or castle, or shop, inn, whatever. And you would use a dungeon tile set, obviously, for your dungeons. We're going to leave it at field, because it's our world map. For now, we're going to leave it at 17 by 13. It's the smallest. As you can see, it won't let me make it any smaller. That is the smallest map that you can make. Scroll type no loop is pretty much means when you walk to the edge of the map, it won't scroll over and put you on the far left-hand side of the map. So we're going to leave it at no loop. Specify battle back. We're not going to use a battle background because we're not going to have any monsters yet. But I'll just click it so you can see. Let's say we were going to do a grassland battle. So we would hit grassland, and you got a grassy kind of area, and then you have this guy here. And the reason this is blank is by default all of the command menus and stuff for the battle actually take place here. So we're going to cancel that. We'll uncheck that. Now the background music we are going to use, normally it's unchecked by default. We're going to pick field. You can see all the different background musics here. We'll go field and we'll test it. So that's a pretty basic sounding field. World map song. Now you can do some sound effects here. Like let's say you're going to a map where it's raining. You can do that. We're not going to have any sound effects playing. And disable dashing. We're going to check it because in the most world maps you can't dash. So we'll leave that there. Okay, so we have our map set up. Over here you can see that the map went from map 001 to field, and now we're going to start editing the map. So I'm going to make sure we're on pencil, we're on map editing mode. So we're going to draw a small little island for our actor to be on. And these tiles are, they auto tile, which means if I click here, I get 1 square of grass. If I click an adjacent square, it's going to fill both tiles with the appropriate amount of grass and border. I don't know how else to explain it. And we're going to click and drag here. You can make it any shape you want. If you want, you can use the ellipse tool or the rectangle tool. We're not going to do anything too crazy here. Just going to maybe do something like that. Okay, that'll be fine. Let me just add a little something here. All right. So we did that. If you're following along and you want to do what I do, that's cool. On the upper right hand side here, the northeastern side of the island, I'm going to draw some trees, like a forest area. So over here you got a couple different options with trees. I lowered the screen resolution, so hopefully it's a little easier to see. But you know, I'm going to use this tree here. It's a nice full tree. You can use a pine tree if you want. They got some dead trees and some palm trees, but yeah, just like with the grass. If I click on one square, I get one tree. Click one square, I get one tree. You click on two adjacent squares, it fills both squares with trees. So we're going to click and drag here and just go to town. There we go. I'm leaving a little space here because we're going to put a town in this little space. And then down here on the southwest side, I want to put some mountains. So we'll just draw some mountains here, like that. A little mountain range. There we go. Yeah, this isn't, you know, professional map design 101. We're just, you know, getting the hang of using the tools. So there we go. So we have a map here. We have a little island that changes. This is what you see. We got the background music that we selected. Our character can walk through the forest. And he can't walk through the mountains. The game knows, you know, you can change. You know, if you want to import your own custom tile sets, you can make certain things character can walk through and what the character can't walk through. And I'm going to show you in a future tutorial how you can change. You know, if you want to import your own custom tile sets, you can make certain things passable or not passable. Okay, so we went over the basic tools here. I showed you a little bit about the maps. Showed you about the tiles, and we drew a little bit of a map here. I think it's a good place to stop for now, but if you want...
Okay, let me see if I understand a few things. So let's do... We're not missing making all the starter stuff for Greg Tech, but I should try oil next week. Then I'm still sheet running. So anyway, also coding does scare me. I may explain you all the Greg Tech, but the code, how and I'm out. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we need the pencil. Okay. Map editing tool, pencil tool, and then we need the mountains. I want palm trees. And let me do this. The grass can go, and I'm switching it for some mowed grass. All right. Let's do this one. There I go. Uh. Mm. Okay. Made a little map. A widow map. Now we go to this guy again, and we watch the next video. Anyway, 11 years later, this is still helping me. That's good to know from that person. Uh, playlist. Oh no. Hold on, that's... Oh, okay, here we go. Creating a town.
What's up, everybody? Ben Throws
The map
back
looks great,
here
but
with another.
I gotta
with
do
the
mining,
second
that's
tutorial
bad,
in
yeah.
my series here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you stuck around for the first video. I know it was 20 minutes long, and it's quite a bit longer than I had anticipated. So let's get right into it here and try to keep this keep the time down. Open up your tutorial project if you haven't, or if you want to, you can go ahead and pause the video until you get something like this on your map. Just a small island with a couple trees and some mountains, or whatever. What we're going to do is we're going to place a town here, and in order to do that, we're going to go over here to where the tiles are, and we're going to see how that has a B tab. We're going to click on the B. And this gives you some other things that you can put in your world, in your maps here. All different kinds of big castles, evil, creepy-looking castles, and so forth and so on. We're just going to put a small town in there, nothing too crazy. I think we're just going to put, I don't know, we'll put this one on here on the far left. One thing to know is that this town is actually 2 squares long. So what you could do, you could click on the left square and place it, and then click on the right square and place it. You could do it that way, but what one of the cool things about this is that you can actually click and drag. And notice how the square, the rectangle encompasses the whole tile.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can place the whole tile at once. Pretty neat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'll make like a little pathway here to the town. We're going to draw a pathway here to this cave. Because eventually we're going to go from the town to where this cave is going to be. Alright, so now what do you do? I mean, if you play test it right now, you're going to walk into the town and nothing's going to happen. See? You're in the town, but nothing is happening. So what do you do? Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to go over here and see where it says field. We're going to right click and we're going to add a new map. Now, you could do it one of 2 ways. You can if you right click on field and add
Look at me, I don't need to worry about launches. I turned them off after a creeper decided to fun. It was fun being close to my reactor, and it sent me back to Stone Age. Yeah.
I don't like to do that. That's just my personal preference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a tutorial project, new map, and we're going to call the town, I don't know, let's think of a generic name. Townville. Alright, it's not the most creative name. You can name it whatever you want. And this time we're actually going to put Townville in here because we want the character.
Your explosion look cool though, nice.
Pop up, come up, and tell
nice
us what
little
we
explosion for good stuff.
So we're going to use the exterior tile set. And for now, let's just keep it the same, 17 by 13. Alright. And we're going to want to change the background. Town. So let's try town. That song is Alright, we'll use the crazy jazz funk town song. In future tutorials, I'll show you how you can import your own songs. just going to do all grass. Oops. Had my
New
flood
map.
tool still in. I'm going to draw like a little path that kind of goes like this.
Exterior.
You kind of have... Alright, what do you do? Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to go over here and see where it says field. We're going to right click and we're going to add a new map. Now, you could do it one of two ways. You can if you right click on field and add a map, the new map will be a child of field. See how it kind of goes underneath here? I don't like to do that. That's just my personal preference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over tutorial project, new map, and we're going to call the town, I don't know, let's think of a generic name. Townville. Alright, it's not the most creative name. You can name it whatever you want. And this time we're actually going to put Townville in here because we want the character, we want a little pop-up to come up and tell us where we are. So, we're going to use the exterior tile set. And for now, let's just keep it the same, 17 by 13. Alright. And we're going to want to change the background music to have a town song. So let's try Town 1. That song is ridiculous. I'm not using that. God, which one is it? Alright, we'll use the crazy jazz funk town song. In future tutorials, I'll show you how you can import your own songs if you're a musician. I actually, that's what I specialize in, and all of my projects have all of my own music. I don't use any of the provided songs. Okay, so we have Townville. Townville is our little town. Okay, right now it looks like this because you know, there's nothing here. So let's, you know, you can get creative with it. I'm just gonna do all grass. Oops, had my flood fill tool still in. I'm gonna draw like a little path that kind of goes like this. You kind of have it branch off because we're going to put a small house here, and a small house here. Okay, so if you look at these tiles here, they're kind of grouped in such a way. These are all like your ground tiles that go on the floor. This section here, I wish I could kind of draw like circles and stuff to make it easier. And this next section is different kind of house tiles. So we're not going to get too crazy. We're going to use this section, the blue and the brick right underneath. And you can see, you click and drag. And you got, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go like this. And make the roof a little bigger. Like that. Alright, now look, this isn't, you know... Like I said in the first tutorial, this isn't professional map making 101. Alright, this is just so you know, you guys can get an idea of what to do here. And then we're gonna have another house. Let's do it with a red kind of brick. And you can, you know, play around with them, you know, do what you want here. But in the end, you want 3 houses, okay? And, you know, these aren't going to be, I'm not going to win Designer of the Year with these houses by any means, but, you know, we just want, there you go. Okay, so we got our 3 houses here, you know, and you can get creative, you know, you can, you know, do like a little fence around the house if you want. You know, this map isn't really big enough to have a lot of fences, but, you know, you could do something like that if you want. All right. So now what we want to do is we have our town. Um, I haven't put any doorways in here yet. I'm going to do that in a minute. But for now, I'm going to go over here to field. I'm going to click field. And we are going to add an event to these two town blocks that allows us to go from this map to the town. So we're going to go up here to event editing mode, or you can press F6. And now everything is in nice little blocks. So let's click on the first town block to where it's highlighted, and you can do it a couple different ways. You can right click and hit new event. You can press enter, or you can double click in the box. Alright, so this is the event screen. Okay? You can do it one of two ways. You can go through all this crap, right? You can name the event, you can do all this stuff. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to go down here to quick event creation. Okay? The powers that be decided, hey look, these are the 4 things that most people are going to be doing all the time. So let's make a quick event creation menu for these 4 things. Transfer, door, treasure chest, and inn. They're all pretty common things if you play an RPG. I mean, you transfer from area to area a lot. You open a lot of doors, so forth and so on. So the event we want to create is a transfer, because we're transferring from the field map to Townville. So let's click transfer, and now it's asking you destination. Alright, well, we don't want to transfer to the field because we're already on the field. So we're going to click the little dot here. All of your maps are going to be listed here on the left. So click on Townville, and and now you can click an area where you want your character to come in at. All right, we're going to click right here. That square right there. And as you can see, the coordinates are right here. Okay. So that looks good. We'll hit OK. Direction. Retain means since you, whatever direction you come into the event at, when you get to the next part, you're going to face the same way. But we want to always face up, because you're going up into the town. Because you could come into the event from the left here, and when you go into the event and you go into town, if you hit direction retain, your character's going to be facing the right, even though the town is up. So we want the direction to be up, okay? And then that's it. Those are the 2 things you have to change or define when you do a transfer event. So we're going to hit OK. And as you can see now, I'm going to click out of there. You can see that this block here, this square here, now has like a gray square inside it. That lets you know that that square has an event tied to it. What we're going to do, though, is we want to be able to go into either one of these blocks to trigger the event to go into the town. So we're going to right-click, copy. That copies the event. We're going to click on this square, hit paste. Now the same event is in both squares, and we're going to test it out. So we're going to do our play test. Save changes, yes. Now I'm going to go into the town from the left. And as you can see, the character is now facing north. Okay? So there we go. And I don't know if you saw the Townville pop up on the side of the screen. So now what we have to do is we have to go into the Townville map. And we have to create an event here that allows us to leave Townville to go back to the map. So what are we going to do? We're going to quick create an event, transfer. We don't want to go to Townsville. We want to go back to the field. So we're going to go over here, click field, and let's say we come back right here. So we'll click OK. Direction, retain, that's, we're going to face down. And click OK. Now, You can have it to where this is the only square that'll trigger the event, but that's not very realistic. So we're gonna copy this, and then I'm just gonna use my arrow keys and Control V the event. So now, if you walk in any of these squares, you're exiting Townville and going back to the map. Let's try it. Alright. So you can see on the upper left hand corner, Townville pops up, so we know that worked properly. And let's leave. And now we're back to the field map. Awesome, it worked. Alright, so that's a good place to stop for right now. We created a simple event by right-clicking and using a quick event creation to transfer between two maps.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna copy what he did, but also with my new map. Just found asbestos. I don't want to know what to do with it, but it sounds very edible. Yeah. Very inedible, yeah. Alright, let's go. Boom. Maybe? Yeah. Also forgot I wanted to mine, so I protect everything and dip is mentally helps you watch games. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea, yeah. Yeah. That's not what I want. There we go. Can I go over this bridge? I cannot go over this bridge? Okay. All right. Let me follow that saying. So let me go here. All right. Map properties, exterior, migrate, cured my dementia. I need copper ore. Map looks good for a crazy map. Crazy seeing your progress every time I wait for my machines. Yeah, I do. I do try to. If I ever do anything, I usually put my heart and soul into it. Hmm. Loveland. Uh, okay. Map properties. Width. Let's do 30. Kitty. The cat being the cat. Up in this bitch. Actually, I think I want to make this bigger. Like a lot bigger.
Fish.
Oh, hi, Jazz. Actually, is there a flood tool? Here we go. Okay. Again. Oops, wrong tool, wrong tool. So, want to do Soul Friend tomorrow? Yes, I believe so. Ugh. bit where like be kind of, I don't know, it's good to change the colors again. Oh, nice. Also change funniness. That's good. I like that. Um. Are those windows? Where's the doors? Uh. I know it feels like they're gonna having put redstone in a furnace or gamified that side of it. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. I see. Okay. That's a window. That's that. That's a window. This is a door. Okay. Oh no, those are all windows. What? Okay. Kitty, kitty, stop it. Here's some. Oh, here's something I can use. Okay. No explosion. Very upsetting. Yeah.
Baka.
Baka. Hey, there we go. There we go. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Boop and boop. I have this interesting idea for your character in this game. So essentially, unlike, basically like most worlds, if you're a succubus, you're usually not very well liked. So we have this thing where because you're a succubus, right? People treat you pretty awfully. So what I do with that is basically make it to where you kind of sort of have to deal with the fact that you kind of have to prove yourself, right? More than usual. And part of that is she lives in an alleyway that is actually supposed to be that's supposed to be like a closet, like a storage shed, but they didn't really have that much stuff to store. So, I mean, you do have your own home, but it is basically just a storage shed. Didn't I see, like... That's where I saw... There we go. So you... Boom. And... Boom. Oh, you're back? That's good. Yeah, basically your character is essentially somebody who lives, they live in, she lives in a, alleyway. Because she isn't exactly the most welcome person. So they kind of sort of made it to where the only place they would ever sell her is literally just this property that kind of sort of isn't even supposed to be like a livable property, you know? The cats are currently playing with stuff. If my computer goes out, it's because the cats unplug something. That angel statue would be perfect if it wasn't covered in snow. Oh, there is one. Okay, here it is. Why is it not? I think it's glitched out. Oh, I'm not using the right tool. Okay. It's not glitched out. Yeah, there we go. By the way, ad came while you were explaining the whole story. What did you prove yourself? So the way that you prove yourself kinda is essentially you need to do this thing where you need to basically do a lot of like jobs for people. And that's kind of so your whole task when it comes to because like the only job that you can actually get in that world because of the situation you're in is a mercenary. So what you gotta do is you need to do like mercenary stuff. And doing mercenary stuff is entirely the easiest. But that's kind of sort of the best bet you have to be treated with respect. But right here is your alleyway. Basically like yeah, I believe there is also a thing of like while most people will get rescued if they fuck up, you actually don't get that. You actually are one of the few people. Well, not a few people. There's a lot of people like you that are not like nobody sends a rescue for them if they fuck up. I think you can also be a part of the rescue squad. It's one of the missions you can go into, where you go and you rescue people who fucked up their quest, and you can also finish their quest for them. Because like you're even though you're a succubus, you are pretty powerful. It's just that people don't like you because you're a succubus, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a darker, more gloomy game. And stuff like that. It's not like a it is a thing you could possibly fix as well. Like you can possibly get people to like you, which is part of the game's whole stick, is that you're trying your best to figure out how to get people to like you. Sounds like, is there something like standing? Yes, there's kind of like a standing thing. And if I remember correctly, the way I was gonna do it is you get more standing if you were to do things for like different people. I wonder if I can make a church with this. 'Cause I think no, not a church. I think this one, this town specifically. Oh no, it did. It did have a church. So it's gonna be a stone building. It's going to be. Let's see. This maybe. Oh, that's got green grass. Why does it have green grass? Okay, I know what it does. Okay. It was in a church. This is like where the this is where the guards are. The guards are in this little area. It is also a pretty decent like reason to have you next to the shop actually. Because like you are at the shop. Um. I believe I wanted the game to be like a dark fantasy game specifically. I'm not sure how well I'm gonna be able to do that, but it can work. At some point, showing could help in some areas where you can receive remains and bones and stuff, which basically, when those areas come people, they are like, my team is gone. I don't care if you're a succubus, just help me. Yeah, that actually is a thing that I was planning on. Is there's some people who are in a very dire situation, and they don't care if you're a succubus. They just want help. Which is part of the way that you are to get well known, you know, as a succubus who do be helping people. Oh wait, I forgot something. Wait. Okay, let me go here and do this. Okay. I think the surrounded by dead bodies thing was actually part of the story too. They were surrounded by their fallen comrades, and they weren't going to survive unless they had some sort of aid. So they got the succubus to help them. Okay. Now, transfer. Okay. Hey! I did it! Oh, it's kind of empty. I should fill it with more shit. And here's Here's your house over here. And here's the armor shop. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's happening. It is happening. Ow! Motherfucker! Oops, it's still playing. It's still playing! Ah! There you go. Weird techno ass beat. Does a cave connect to other islands? I don't know. Not yet, anyway. I'll figure it out. Kitty! Oh shit! Kitty! Get out of there! What the fuck? No shit! Is my computer okay? Kitty! Control your kittens! Holy shit! Sorry, my cat crawled into my computer. I hope it's okay. There's probably fucking hair in there now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. I want to do a restaurant. Hold on. What the hell? Motherfucking kitty cat. Okay. Kitty, your children. Why do they do this to me? What you doing, Kitty? What you doing, Kitty? Meow is what you're doing. Meow is what you're doing. Motherfucker said meow. Motherfucker said meow. Is that really what happened, Kitty? Kitty said meow. Yeah, you said meow. Yeah, what's up with that? Why'd you say meow? And then what happened? Yeah? And then what? Oh, she wants food and attention. Yeah. She wants attention really badly. She does. What happened, Kitty? Are you having trouble with your babies? Are you having trouble with your babies? Hey, no. There we go. Your kitty just said, hey. Yeah, kitty? You said, hey. Yeah, kitty. No. Kitty. Kitty said, hey. What you doing, kitty? Yeah, kitty, is that what happened? Is that it? Kitty cat reset, hey. Meow. 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 Oh, kitty getting irritated. Yeah, kitty getting irritated. What is up with that? Meow, she said. What is up with that, kitty? What's up with that? Meow. Oh, yeah, now you're meowing at me. What do you want? You just want to go meow? Kitty wants something. Kitty be all like, meow. Kitty be all like, I can have this cheeseburger, and I'm just like, no, you can't have a cheeseburger. Kitty Reed said, meow. What's up with that? Yeah, kitty hungry. I gotta do the kitty cat a little bit. We gotta deal with this. Yeah, kitty. Yeah, deal with you.
Fish.
Fish. Gotta feed that pussy. Yeah, kitty. Oh no, they're going nuts. They're going insane. They're going mambo. Ba-da-ba-ba. Mambo. I wonder if I can have a chair. Is there a chair or a bench or something? Is there a chair? You want a chair, kitty? Oh, kitty tripping. Where the food at? Pub. 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 So that's that. What could I use for a restaurant? I could possibly use... Chitty Desires. Oops. How about a well? Can I have a well? I can have a well. Okay. Well. That thing. And that thing. We do this and this. And we're gonna have this, right? And we're gonna have those are supposed to be graves, however, they can be used for other things. Oops. Kitties, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? What is happening? I don't know where a chimney is supposed to go, but I'm just gonna put it like right here or some shit. No, no chimneys. This is an island. An island doesn't have chimneys on their houses because there's no need for that amount of heat. Pew, pew, pew. Kitty Reed said, I must consume. Yeah, and then they have food. They're munching on it right now, actually. I'm not sure if you can hear the crunchy noises, but they have food. Which is why I'm over here like, what do you want? And it's like, they don't want nothing. They just want to, they want to yell at me. It's like, why? Why are you yelling at me? Because you little kitties have food. I know you have food because you're eating it right now. Mm. Mm. No, not at all, kitty. No, don't step on that. Don't step on. No, don't step on that. Don't step on. No, don't do that. Don't step on that. They're trying to shut me down. They're trying to silence me. Ow, shit. Kitties. Now I'm just fucking planting flowers everywhere. I think now how did people made food back in the days. Depending on that, I recommend chimney, and for kids what they want: fish, chickens, you know, yeah. Yeah, they have the food they'll eat. I made sure of it when last time we went shopping. Mom grabbed it, and I was like, "Yeah, that one." And we did it. We fed the kitties. Oh shit! Oh, kitty! Fuck! Oh shit, kitty! You're chewing on my foot. Yeah, you're chewing on my foot. Don't chew on my foot, kitty. Don't chew on my foot. Yeah, don't chew on that. It's my foot. Mm. What are you chewing on now? Don't chew on that. They be chewing on shit. But sometimes you also like chicken. They want some food instead of it. Yeah. Or they want to play. Yeah, they might want to play. Hey, kitty. She wants to do cat things. Hell yeah. Now file, save project. Now, actually, let me do something. I don't need this. Delete. Okay. Delete. Okay. I think the cats are just talking to each other now. That's good. I'm glad they're chilling out. Meow. 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 Anyway. Are you meowing at me, kitty? Why are you meowing at me? They be rustling. Oh, that's not what I want. Where'd it go? What's this? There we go. Uh, oh. I saw you expand the size of the recoil. I thought it was limited to one small space. No, I actually forgot that I made the entire thing a lot bigger than than it was. Yeah. And there's supposed to be something over here. I keep forgetting to put something here. Oh, here's a good thing to put. I mean, the North Shore is... I'm basing it off of Hawaii. And the North Shore is where all the rich people are, so... this is a good place to put that. Nice little mansion. Actually, I should, I remember a quote from a long time ago. It was, you know you're rich when you no longer call a mansion a mansion. That's a statement that is really interesting because it's so true. If you call a mansion a house, then you know you're a little bit like up in there, you know? Like you're a little too not too, but like a little bit more what you call you have a lot more than most people. I think it was this one. No, was it? It was this one. Okay. I might do a shorter stream today because I kind of said I'm using a lot of brain power right now. I know I am rich when I go to every day to KFC. Yeah. Yeah. KFC is fucking crazy with that shit too. It's like that shit expensive. Also, I'm not rich, yeah. And sometimes I wish I was, kinda. This is something I can use. Castle in the Clouds. Oh my god, if you know that reference, you the man. I think, it's like, oh, but like, you mean the no, I mean the game. The funny little hentai game called Castle in the Clouds. That game is so wild. I should put no, I don't want to put a lake under there. Actually, no, I could put a lake under there. And it'll make a lot more sense for the geography. Oh. Sunny didn't play, but I'll get it up there. I'm gonna have a town down here. I'm gonna get up there through. Let me see if I can figure out which town. Because I wanted a town to be underneath there. And those are ruined towns. I don't want ruined towns. I want it to be an active place. Let's do. Oh, so I put a. Oh no, man. Let me see. I want there to be like a town there. I just don't know which town to use. Well, I could just do like this little thing right here. No. Yeah, maybe, yeah, actually. So that's, oh, these ones right here. Yeah. Yeah. There's a little town that goes all the way up there. Save projects. Okay. File, save project, and we're gonna right here. We're gonna run around the map. And we got the tower here. Oh, I can't go to the tower? Oh, I thought I could go to those towers. Okay, I see. Interesting. I did not know that. I thought those were, places. And then use it down. Right here. Oh, what the fuck? I got damaged when I walked in there. Okay, I don't like that. Hold on. I gotta fix that. That's not water. That's poison. Oops. There we go. Wait, I might have messed up on something. Hold on. Yeah, I messed up on something. Okay, let me do this. Alright. And we're gonna go up to the... And we go this way. Okay. I think we got pretty successful. I'll figure out NPCs in a bit. Yeah, we'll figure out NPCs later. I actually want to try something, actually. Oh, wrong thing. There. The bridge. Oh, let me... I got back mining for 4 copper. Love it. Hell yeah. Get that copper. I go down here now. I cannot! It actually made it worse! Okay. Hold on, let me... Is that not a bridge? That's not a bridge, apparently. Oh no, the kitties are doing kitty things. Hold on. They might need to get taken off for each other. What you doing, kitties? Oh, the kitten wants milk. She's just looking at that kitten, being on like, what the hell, kitty? Anyway. Here it is. Here's the game. It's the game. As you can see, the little character moves and everything. Look at that little character. Here's her. Look at her little autistic stare. It's great. I found that autistic stare and I was like, yes, that is happening. She has the autistic stare, yeah. Suki, if I remember correctly, it says that she's young, however, that young is... No, not that she's young, but that she's not, like very, very old. She's like, canonically, she is only, I believe, 21. She turned 21 recently. And went on her adventure. So she is an adult, so you can goon to this character. She is a character that is basically she's an isekai character, but you don't find out she's an isekai character until later when she mentions it. She will quite literally mention that she's an isekai character. It's something that comes up in a conversation, I believe. She mentions how she's lived 2 lifetimes before this one. And despite what a lot of people will say, the world isn't filled with that much evil people. It's just that there's a lot of people in the world, if that makes any sense. She's also a character. Yeah, so here's the funny thing. So the reason why she was isekai'd was she was really nice to this homeless person, but because the homeless person was extra crazy, he ended up stabbing her while she was walking through the street. So that's kind of sort of what happened to her. She got isekai'd through being stabbed by a homeless person, which is a kind of a new way to get isekai'd, I think. But she was stabbed by a homeless person, and she still like supports like the homeless people a little bit, but keep in mind she's been stabbed by homeless people twice. Yeah. Both the bonus damage against the homeless, yeah. Bonus damage from the homeless, yeah. So basically, what ends up happening is, so this is like a huge spoiler for the game, though. In actuality, that homeless person isn't actually a human being. He's something else. And he has made it his goal to try and make her life a living, try and like kill her multiple times. Nobody knows why. In fact, I'm still trying to figure out what the reason is. But she does in fact have a quote-unquote homeless person that keeps trying to kill her. He has killed her on multiple occasions. Well, two occasions so far. But this homeless person is definitely not somebody that she is a huge fan of. It's always the same homeless person, too. But this crazy homeless person definitely is not normal. I believe it's someone... Okay. I think I was thinking about it, and it could either be he's a demon that specifically has decided that she was her enemy. His enemy. Or it was like a type of divine intervention of some sort. Yeah, he's either a demon or a god. One of the two. I think I still don't know which one it is actually. But I know he's not. He's very important to the story. I believe eventually you do confront him, and he's like a bonus boss or something. Because the whole thing is that because he's killed her twice, one more time, and she can no longer be revived, even if it is isekai. So she wants to stop that from happening, right? Because you know she wants to be able to move to other worlds when she gets revived. You know, she doesn't want to permanently die. I still haven't really gotten what the reason is that he's doing this, but I know he's not a regular. He's not the average homeless person. Let's just say that. I just have to put together what he is. I'm trying to figure out whether or not he's an angel or a demon. I just know he's one of the two. I think I was getting close to settling on Angel, actually, believe it or not. Well, you know, it is me. So, of course I would choose Angel for an evil character. Which, yes, it's not even that much of a question. He is evil. He just straight up is doing this for evil purposes. It's like one of those things where, like, the evil character is just that superior that he can just decide someone else's fate. That's kind of sort of the situation that she's in. Maybe it's because you saw the bad humanity did, think she is a liberal. Yeah, that's kind of sort of what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking, actually. But I was like, I don't know. Because, like, you know, that actually could work, actually. To be completely honest. It's, I guess it's a thing where, like, she has learned that humanity isn't all that bad. Once you have lived long enough, you actually do discover this. And he is the opposite. Somebody who's been through a lot but has learned that humanity is nothing but evil. That could be very much it. Yeah, that could be it. That actually would work very well, actually. He's literally just an angel who thinks that humanity is evil without even having any amount of, like, good in them, and is upset that she would see good in them. So he wants to make it and wants to punish them specifically. Because they unironically gave the homeless person food and water purely out of respect for the fact that he was a veteran. And that demon came, took his form, and killed her. And then blamed the homeless person for it. Because that was the whole entire situation, is that it wasn't actually the homeless man. It was actually that demon in the homeless man's form. Not demon, it was an angel. It was an angel specifically. Oops. I think it's an interesting thing where evil angels aren't really a new concept. It's just that I figured I would do it that way just because it would be a little bit more interesting. Because just having an evil angel without having them have like interesting motivations kind of sort of doesn't work. And the motivation of I think humans are all evil, and I'm angry that you would see such good in them, you know. Since she wants to help others, yes, because like her whole thing is that she wants to help others. It's kind of a thing where like she like even though she's like treated horribly, she has learned that if you were to because like it's a whole thing of like people being mean to you is sometimes a attitude problem, right? And you get to see that like if you do treat people well, and if you do put in the effort, people do warm up to you and treat you well. Like, but that angel is like, no, I don't believe that, you know? So the angel has taken a personal vendetta against our main hero. And I guess it's like a thing where like, I was actually designing like a couple of things based around that, and I was like, should I do this? It's like, yeah. Because the angel that's given up on humanity is not a new concept, but I think it's a really interesting concept to have, like, for a demon as a protagonist. Especially when the whole point is she wants to be somebody who helps people, you know? But anyway, I think I'll cut this one short because I actually did do a lot. I want to take you guys through it one last time though. See how it looks on gameplay. Let me right here. Can I make it bigger? Is the question. Trails of Frio. And here she is. Right across the island. This is either a small island or she's really, really fast, is one of the two things. I based this off of Oahu. Here's Kapolei, here's Makakilo. Here is, there's actually, like, bunkers over here. Here's Waianae. Oh, shit. We're currently going around Waianae. But I didn't call them Waianae and stuff like that, but this is basically what it is. Basically, it is just Waianae. Right here. And your house is in here. Because you're a succubus, they think you're just a whore, so they're gonna try and put you in a whole alleyway. You do get other places to stay. Like other places. Plus, this isn't the only place you're gonna go. It's not just gonna be the island itself. Also, I added this and I made it look like a shoe because I wanted it to be like similar to Maui. So it's Oahu and Maui mixed together. Was it Maui that was shaped like a shoe? I think it was Maui that was shaped like a shoe. Like Maui. I don't think I got the mountains right, but I did make the mountains pretty interesting. And here's the floating islands. The floating island. Here's the big town. I don't know if I put the towns in the right places, but yeah. And this is supposed to be Turtle Island, I think it's called. But like it's a little version of Turtle Island. And the homeless man that stabs you is just an asshole. It would be even funnier if it wasn't the boss. It could just straight up be a homeless guy who gets isekai just like her and gets extremely petty, which should help with is not the final boss. That would be interesting, actually. Like, imagine if it. Okay, so imagine like it was the homeless guy just keeps getting isekai with her, and he's just jealous that he's still the way he is, like he's always like a homeless guy, and she for some reason is getting more and more like better lives. That actually would be really interesting. That actually would be really like fun, actually. Like it would make it more believable too. Like the homeless man just keeps having it to where the person that he stabbed is given like wonderful lives each time, and he just keeps getting shit. And it could be like I could use that as a way to put the lesson of at the end of the day, like, it is your choices that make a difference. Oh, the lesson I love saying, the lesson I absolutely love saying, contrary to popular belief, more of your problems are your fault than you think they are. Yeah, that's what I could do. It'd be a little bit controversial to do it for a homeless man, but the fact that he has had multiple lives and still just ends up the same way he is kind of sort of telling that he's a little bit at fault for what's happening. Bro would be Dio level petty, yeah. My Dio level petty of homeless man who keeps being homeless, and it's like every single time he gets helped by her, right? And he finds out, wait a minute, it's you. I know it's you. You always give me water and food. Yeah. If it happens once or a third time, it's on you. Yeah. But if it happens a third time that you're homeless again, like, yeah, it's like it's no longer a problem with the rest of the world, you know? Especially if your reaction to it is to find somebody who's helping you and you decide to stab them. That's what keeps happening. Like, if you just keep stabbing the person who is literally trying to help you, and every single lifetime that you see her, she does the same thing. It's like, okay, like, what are we gonna do now? It's like, oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna take initiative, and we're not gonna give the homeless man a chance to put a knife in you. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use all of our friends to help take out the homeless man. And yeah, motherfucking homeless man being all homeless and shit. But yeah, I think I'm done. Very good stream, I think. I got a lot of things done. I only watched 2 videos and I already did a lot. Keep in mind, this isn't the final, like, thing. Like, this isn't the final. I actually do have to do a lot of work. But I'm okay with that since it's actually going really well. I'll see you guys later. Have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. Remember, you're watching my content. I know you're into it. Honey, honey. I'm gonna go get some pizza. And where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh my god. Meow. I sneezed. And it hurt.